got some information that I wanted to share with you guys. Obviously, here with the man, Brian Foote, Humbl CEO. We've been spending more time than with you than my fiance over the last week and a half digging into things. And so some information that we wanted to share. A lot of you guys have been tweeting me on Twitter, reaching out on IG, and I've got a little bit radio silent for a reason that we're going to explain to you today. But Brian and his team came down here, up here, to LA from San Diego. We've been spending the day together. Wanted to share some information for you. I'll pass it over to you, Brian, just to share some things. And just, by the way, also, you guys who follow me on YouTube, after this, we're going to do a little bit of a longer segment, getting a little bit more detail if you want to check that out in the morning. But Brian's going to release some of the pertinent information right now.
Yeah, cool. Well, the pertinent information is welcome to Humbl.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, likewise, man. It's super cool. So we met Rob, a couple weeks ago after he mentioned us on Fox. Everybody was kind of tweeting at him saying, hey, go cover Humbl, get deep into their business, see what they're up to, do some due diligence. And so I tweeted at Rob, I said, why don't you come down and do kind of like a Rob Luna day that ended up being called Humbl Day. And we took him over to Monster Creative where we'll be doing some of our NFT work and some ticketing things. And then we went down to Athletes First with whom we're working on some NFT and ticketing items as well. And then we went down to our new Humbl HQ, which we would just recently finished the paint on. And
I can still smell the paint in there.
Yeah, it was crazy. I want to thank everybody at Humbl for grinding on that move because it was just crazy. I said, we've got to get a proper Humbl HQ, and so we got muralists in there and laptop boxes, and everybody's running around in the freight elevator. So it was kind of fun, good kind of culture building exercise, and literally the paint was just drying when Rob got down there. We walked him through, everything that we're allowed to show him within the public frameworks of the market. Just wanted to kind of show him everything that we were doing at Humbl and that we share with you all within the monthly shareholder call framework. He then went on TV the next day and explained the business in 30 seconds better than I have in 4 shareholder calls. So I was like, well, that's a data point. So anyway, I just kind of keyed into Rob. He grilled me for the first 4 to 6 hours of our visit. I hadn't slept much because we had finished moving. And so I get in the SUV with him and he's like, boom, 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 on due diligence stuff. But anyway, after about kind of 6 hours or so, I started to get a vibe off him, and I said, this is a guy who is a proven executor in business. He obviously is a top performing advisor in the US and so on, and so I just started kind of keying in on him in kind of saying, I think there's something here with him that could be of great benefit to me and the organization. What we need to do now is execute. We've got a great brand, we've got great products, the market is saying that they want those products, but if we don't execute, we're nothing. So I just kind of keyed into Rob as a guy who's kind of been there, done that. He's very organized, he's a very orderly person. He has great focus and human strength, and so I just wanted to kind of be around that and say, okay, here's a guy who can help us all as a collective
with the headroom.
Get over the goal line with Humbl and build a long-term business. And so I'm very fortunate, I think, to have him come into our ecosystem by chance, which is super cool. So he'll be joining Humbl as a senior advisor. We have 5 or 6 other people with whom we'll be announcing over the next two business days that will come on as advisors in their key categories: sport, ticketing, music, NFTs, etc. All the things that we are trying to migrate onto blockchain into just a really intelligent continuum for consumers. It's like Rob said on Fox, we want to take blockchain, get people parking their balances inside Humbl, give them a good interest rate on that, swipe them to the left, sell tickets and NFTs, which we think will become one converged state for fans in real time, and then get them into some of the software as a service products that we have on top of digital assets and blockchain. So it's a very exciting time. We think we're taking blockchain tokenization, distilling it down into 3 or 4 very rote, very high quality utilities for customers over the coming quarters. And if we execute, we'll do really well. If we don't, we'll be left by the wayside. So to me, that's what attracted me to Rob. And who knows, maybe we'll work out together once in a while. He puts me to shame there too. So, but we're thrilled to kind of work with you on that.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, I appreciate it. So I was saying before, I kind of stumbled into Humbl. It was something I was just looking at on my radar before I got onto the Fox show. I did a little bit of research on Brian. It turns out he's a good guy. He's one of us, UCLA Bruins, go Bruins. So we had that in common. I think that's probably what gave him a little bit more trust to bring me in there as that framework. But at the end of the day, those of you guys who know me, I've been in this business all my life. My reputation is everything. If you look me up on the SEC, everything I do is about doing things the right way, taking no shortcuts, and I wasn't going to take it easy on this guy either, right? And so when you guys came out to me, when I put it out on Twitter, when I saw the average investor out there who was having an opportunity essentially to get into an early stage company, but obviously there's not a lot of information out there right now that you're able to make prudent decisions on, I looked at it as, this is my honest job and duty to get out there and provide you as much information as possible. I was saying on Fox last week, obviously, that this is a $1 trillion idea, and I believe it is, right? Amazon was a $1 trillion idea. If I would have told you in 1992 about Google, you would have said I'm crazy, right? Until they made it a search box and it was easy and it now dominates our world. So when I look at this, it is an opportunity, but like I said before, I caution everybody at any early stage. And I've got clients, multimillionaires that have been investing in early stage companies for a long period of time. It really is about two things. Number one, it's actually three. Number one, it's the idea of where are you going, right? Number two, it's the strategy. And number three, it's the team's ability to be able to execute. So what I first loved about this company was the idea. I was really even, quite honestly, drawn more into it when I saw the shareholder base out there, the enthusiasm, the ecosystem, and the culture who are really supporting Humbl. That's what got me excited. I've been on social media for a while. I've never had as much engagement. And that's why I said, I really got to see what's going on with this company. And when I started looking at it, when you talk about blockchain is the bleeding edge of technology. It's going to change the way the world is run. It's going to change the way business is being done. I've talked to people out there who are running third-party intermediary businesses. I said, you better change something because you're going to be put out of business. And I really believe that's what blockchain's doing. So when I look at Brian and his team, I think there's a lot of good parts out there. There's a lot of work we need to do, but I think my ability to help kind of look at shareholders, what they need, be able to take Brian and the team's vision and mission, articulate that back to you, but most importantly, not about giving you a price target on the stock or anything like that, making this company really execute, work on being that $1 trillion company is what I'm here to do, and what I'm going to help Brian do while they focus on the intricacies of technology. And I never talk to a guy who knows more about blockchain than Brian. He makes me look dumb. I want them to continue to focus on that because that's what's going to add value. And what my job and my role out here is to do is to talk to shareholders, communicate what's going on, show you where we're going, let you know, hey, this is a bleeding edge technology company. If we're pivoting here, if we're pivoting there. But at the end of the day, it's about execution. That's what I'm here, and I'm going to really try to help you guys do.
Looking forward to it.
All right, thanks so much. So again, we're going to do a little something on my YouTube channel, a little bit more in depth about some of the plan. You can sign up on my YouTube channel. That'll be out there tomorrow. We'll be sharing with Humbl fans. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks.